Ishowspeed tour to Africa has officially come to an end. He visited Namibia was the last country, but the highlight of his tour in Africa was Ethiopia, Kenya, and South Africa. You see, these countries were the highlights of his tour in Africa, but specifically he thanked Ethiopians for the love, for the peace. In fact, he could not contain his joy when he was talking about how Ethiopians welcomed him, and he also talked about how beautiful the country is. Guys, our goal on this channel, you know what it is to showcase Africa to the world. Please join the movement by sharing this video, like this video, and comment below the comment section. If you are the black American watching this video right now, how are you going to rate the tour of Ishowspeed in Africa? Which country do you love the most in Africa? Africa is generally very beautiful, but which country do you think captured your heart? But for me, I have countries that captured my heart, and Ethiopia is one of those countries that captured my heart. Even before now, I never knew that Ethiopia was this beautiful until Ishowspeed decided to showcase Ethiopia to us. And for that reason, I've made it a point of duty to talk about Ethiopia. So this is me here pledging my allegiance to Ethiopians. Hope I am fully accepted, my Ethiopian brothers and sisters. But without further ado, let's watch this video. Please, the movement, share this video. Share this video, like, and comment. Thank you, guys.
Speed went to Africa, but Ethiopia broke the internet. When Ishowspeed landed in different African countries, crowds showed up, big ones. But Ethiopia, this wasn't a crowd, this was a movement. No influencers organizing, no English needed, no script, just raw energy. In other countries, security controlled the scene. In Ethiopia, the scene controlled security. People didn't even know him from YouTube. They felt the moment and joined it. Streets flooded. Phones up. Energy unmatched. Speed himself looked shocked, like, I've never seen this before.
And the craziest part? This wasn't hype built online. This was real-time Ethiopia. After that day, every African stop was compared to one place.
Not Lagos. Not Nairobi. Not Accra. Ethiopia. Speed didn't make Ethiopia viral. Ethiopia reminded the world what raw human energy looks like.
እንዴ ጋይስ ይሄንን ፖስት ማየት አይሾውስፒድ የአፍሪካ ቱር ከጨረሰ በኋላ የለቀቀውን ኢንስታግራም ፖስት ገብታችሁ ካፕሽኑን አንብቡትማ። የሆነ ነገር ክሊክ አድርጎልኝ ነው። አይ ቲንክ አይሾውስፒድ የሆነ ድብቅ መልእክት ለማስተላለፍ ፈልጓል፣ ወይም ደግሞ ሰብሊሚናል በሆነ መንገድ ነው መልስ የመለሰው ማለት ነው። ምን ተጠይቀው ነበር መሰላችሁ? ከአፍሪካ ውስጥ የትኛው አገር ነው ያንተ ፌቨራይት ወይም ምርጡ የትኛው አገር ነው ሲባል መመለስ አልፈለገም። እኔ ምርጥ ምለው የለም፣ ነገር ግን ሁሉም የራሳቸው ድምቀት የራሳቸው ፍሌቨር ወይም ጣዕም አላቸው፣ ነገር ግን ቶፕ ምላቸው ወይ ዋና ዋና ሀገሮች አሉኝ ብሏል። ግን መናገር አልፈለገም፣ ያ ባይዝድ ዳልመሆኑ ማለት ነው። ሶ እዚህ ጋር ስናይ እንግዲህ ቴንክ ዩ አፍሪካ ብሎ ኢትዮጵያ አለች፣ ኬንያ አለች፣ ከዛ ሞሮኮ፣ ከዛ ሴኔጋል። ከአፍሪካ ደግሞ ዘ ቤስት ቱር የማን ነው? የኬንያና የኢትዮጵያ። ስለዚህ ኢትዮጵያ መጀመሪያ ላይ ጋይስ ወዶናል፣ ድጋሚ ይመጣል።
The popular streamer Ishowspeed has recently visited Ethiopia, and he's over there having a good time. And there's been a lot of reactions to just everything that he's been documenting over there with his experiences, and how people think it's a great thing to show, the side of Africa that the media and our educational system here in America and really throughout the world never shows. And I want to touch on that, as someone with a background in Pan-African studies, as someone who has studied abroad on the continent, as someone who's an African American but also has Afro-Caribbean roots. I think I always have a unique perspective on these things. I've always stated that when it comes to discussing the African diaspora. When I speak of the African diaspora, I'm not only speaking on Africans on the continent, I'm speaking about African people here in the United States, in the West in general, in the Caribbean, up to Canada. I'm speaking about Africans in Europe. I'm speaking about African people in Asia. I'm speaking about African people globally. Whenever the topic comes up about divisiveness in the African diaspora, I never put too much weight into it. And here's why. Whenever we talk about division between Africans or African Americans, that's a really popular one, or between Caribbeans and African Americans, that's another popular one. No one ever discusses why these divisions exist. I want to flash back to the 1960s, actually, when you're looking at a lot of the black struggle that's going on here in the United States, but really across the diaspora globally, whether we're talking about leaders and movements, whether, we're talking about, different rights that were passed, different policies that were implemented. You had a lot of leaders globally throughout the diaspora during that time who started to make connections and not only discover our common bond with coming from Africa, but also discovering our common bond with fighting systems of oppression. You look at figures like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, of course, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, Patrice Lumumba of the Congo, Haile Selassie, down to Kwame Ture in the Caribbean, and their influence, of course, with Garvey, predating them. Anyways, you see that all come to a head at this time, and it's no coincidence. I always say this as a student of history. It's no coincidence that all these people were assassinated or attacked or defamed in some shape, form, or fashion. And the reason why that is because the powers to be know that when African people unite globally, there is nothing that can hold us back. Throughout my life, even when I've come across encounters, and I've seen it in my own family, with, my mom's side, is Afro-Bahamian. But, we also have a lot of Haitians in our family. And I've seen, terrible remarks made about Haitians, from the Bahamians in my family or those with Bahamian roots in my family. And a lot of it, once again, is rooted in really Western education and Western media and how they portrayed Haiti, and how Haiti still gets a lot of hate today for the work they did with the Haitian Revolution, which, to be honest, without the Haitian Revolution, none of us would be free here in the West. And I might discuss a video on that later on to get a little bit more deeper into that topic. But I say that to say, I've seen it firsthand, even in my own family. I've seen it firsthand, just living life, but I never let it get to me because I know the roots of it. What I tend to do is I try to get to know people throughout the diaspora. My friend group, really consists of people from everywhere you can imagine. Definitely everywhere here in the United States, regardless of region. Definitely Caribbean, definitely all throughout the continent, whether we're talking about Nigerian, Kenyan, Ghanaian, Senegalese, Ethiopian, Tanzanian, South African. I mean, I could keep going on. Congolese, Sudan, everywhere you can imagine throughout the continent, I've formed friendships. And one of the reasons I've always done that is because that's how you begin to break the barriers down that have been established by those who oppress us. Those who do not want to see us come together. Another good way to break those barriers down is to insert yourself into these spaces, because not all of us have the means to travel, and I understand that. However, especially here in the U.S., as diverse as the U.S. is, immerse yourself into different communities, immerse yourself into different cultures. Always found that food is a good way. That's why you always hear me talking about food on here. Food is a good way to immerse yourself in cultures in general. I find that when you go into an establishment where someone is serving food from their culture, and you not only know about it, but you appreciate it, they tend to be more warm and welcoming. And then real dialogue takes place. And from that dialogue becomes friendship. And I've established a lot of friendships like that over the years just by being polite, So to all my people throughout the diaspora, let's not get easily offended when there's someone else that might be from a different country, different region from us, who might look at us a certain way. First, ask yourself, why is it that they feel that way? And then ask yourself, what can I do to change that perception? It all starts with a conversation. It all starts with having patience with one another as Black people throughout the planet. So yeah, I just wanted to give props to Ishowspeed. Sounds like he's having a great time over there, and I'll probably make some more content surrounding this.
Now that Ishowspeed's African tour has come to an end, it is high time we give credit and shout out to East Africa, especially Kenya and Ethiopia. These countries understood the assignment. These countries delivered as it's supposed to be delivered. The Kenyan president did an official video welcoming Ishowspeed into his country. Ministers in Ethiopia were involved in Ishowspeed in their country. They even planted an Ishowspeed tree. An Ishowspeed tree in Ethiopia. Do you see how when Ishowspeed visits any country, he doesn't let go of Habari Yako? He doesn't let go of the Kenyan and Ethiopian bracelets? He can't stop talking about these two countries because he got impacted by these countries. These countries didn't have to send celebrities to come and film scratch on Ishowspeed. The people themselves understood the assignment. They knew what they had to do. And from the first second to the last second, they delivered nothing but top-notch culture, top-notch tradition, top-notch camaraderie, top-notch Ubuntu, top-notch. Just think about anything top-notch that is beautiful in this continent. These two countries delivered and delivered like it was an everyday something. Do you know that these countries sold themselves the highest in this Ishowspeed African tour? Now everybody wants to visit Kenya. Everybody wants to visit Ethiopia. Come to think of the fact that these countries have their tourism sector as one of the highest thing that boosts their economies. But then again, this happens and everybody's like gagged about the whole situation. This is mind-blowing. Kenyans and Ethiopians, you deserve medals, each and every one of you. You delivered. You did something different, something that we cannot explain. And how you guys filled the streets, how you guys turn up in your numbers. How did you guys even plan all of this? Big ups to these two countries, mind-blowing countries, amazing countries, and once again, you all have proven to the world that as Africans, we have sense. Oh yes, we know what we're doing. Oh yes, you have given us bragging rights. You have given us bragging rights. I love you all so much. You are amazing people, and shout out to each and every one of you who contributed to make Ishowspeed African Tour a success, because indeed, it is a success for life.
Thank you so much, Ishowspeed, for coming down to Africa and shutting the mouth of the Americans that called Africa a shit hole country. And right now, the tour to Africa has ended. I just wished there would be a part 2 to showcase deeper, like you stay longer to showcase Africa to the world. But Ishowspeed tour has ended. Now it is left to us, my fellow African brothers and sisters, to showcase Africa to the world. And that is the reason why I'm here. That is the reason why I'm here, to showcase Africa, Ethiopia, Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana to the world. So please, as I am doing it, join the movement, join the family, subscribe, turn on your bell notification, like the video, please always share the video, and please drop a comment in the comment section. It helps the video to move faster. Please drop a comment, like the video always, and keep sharing, because our goal, for those that know this channel, our goal is to do what? Showcase Africa to the world, and that is what we are doing. Guys, keep liking this video. Share. Please share to as much people as you can. Share to their WhatsApp, share to Facebook, share to every platform you feel you can share this video to, because the world needs to see it. Thank you so much, Ishowspeed. Thank you, Ethiopia, for showcasing your culture. Thank you, Ethiopia, for taking us, through the country, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and showing us how beautiful it is. Thank you guys. You guys are really, really amazing.